Hey Toy fans, D21 Beast Rob here, back with another figure review for you guys here today. And recently we took a look at the X-Men Evolution Juggernaut figure released by Toy Biz in 2001. That figure of course tied into the second incarnation of an X-Men animated series that we had received. And today we are looking at a figure that arguably ties into the first. Now the Juggernaut that we have here is actually a re-release of a similar figure that was released in 1991. Back in 1990, Toy Biz began the Marvel Superheroes line that included such heroes as Iron Man, Spider-Man, and the Punisher, but didn't actually feature any X-Men. These Marvel superhero figures were notable for having a silverish whitish card backing very similar to the DC superhero toys that Toy Biz had also previously released. But presumably given the rabid popularity of the X-Men comic books, Toy Biz decided not to pigeonhole X-Men characters into a Marvel hero specific line. They decided to give them their own toy line in 1991. Heroes from this line included an X-Factor version of Cyclops, brown and yellow Wolverine, and a Nightcrawler figure. However, there were also some villains in this line, including Apocalypse, Magneto, and you guessed it, Juggernaut. That original line of 1991 X-Men figures proved popular enough that Toy Biz kept the line going with a Series 2, a Series 3, and so on. It was actually Series 3 of that toy line that gave us updated versions of characters from Series 1, now giving X fans the chance to get Wolverine in his classic yellow and black tiger stripe outfit, as well as replacing Cyclops' X-Factor costume with his classic 70s-80s blue outfit. But the mutant heroes didn't get all the fun. Toy Biz also gave us updated versions of Magneto, Apocalypse, and the Juggernaut figure you see here. This is the Power Punch Juggernaut figure released by Toy Biz in 1993. And for fans who had been watching the X-Men animated series in 1992, now is your chance to jump aboard the train to Mutant High and collect this classic villain. The card back for this Juggernaut figure was very similar to X-Men comic books of the era. In the upper left-hand corner, there's a slightly modified Marvel Comics logo featuring villain faces, replacing the same area that would normally feature heroes on a comic book cover. The box touts this is the Evil Mutant series of X-Men figures. Not entirely accurate for Juggernaut, but let's go with it. We then have the Uncanny X-Men logo, followed by a callout announcing this Juggernaut figure has Power Punch action. There's a blister bubble that houses the figure inside as well as his accessory. And behind the blister bubble, we've got an image of Juggernaut straight out of the comics, and towards the bottom we have the figure's name, followed by that classic 90s Toy Biz logo. Flipping the package around, we've got a diagram showing how the action feature for this figure works in the upper left. Below that we have a bio for this Juggernaut figure. And on the right side of the packaging, we've got a complete lineup of all of the X-Men X-Force wave of figures, as well as the rest of the Uncanny X-Men figures available at this time. Alright Toy fans, well that's the packaging. Let's get this retro bruiser out of the box and see what he's all about. Alright Toy fans, here we have Juggernaut out of the packaging, and I've got to admit I am having a lot more fun with this toy than I thought I would. There's an innocence to this figure. He's got rather simple sculpted detail, and his paint applications are also pretty simple, and he's even pretty small by 90s action figure standards. But it's the simplicity of this figure that I find its most charming asset. This Juggernaut figure has 4 points of articulation. His legs can move forward, his arms will move up and down, but they have a button that actually activates a motion, the Power Punch feature. You pull it on the back and you get a very similar action to what we saw with the X-Men Evolution Juggernaut, only about a decade before that figure was made. The head doesn't even rotate left and right, it's all one solid sculpted piece. Again, very simple, but for some reason I find this little guy pretty charming. He's also got a set of wheels on the bottom of his feet, so he can roll backwards and forwards as if he's sliding forward with the punch, and he even comes with a rather unnecessary accessory, a battering ram, because Juggernaut's helmet doesn't do the trick sometimes, I guess. But you can roll him backwards and forwards and pretend he's charging through a bank vault if you want to. Height-wise, he comes about 1/4 of an inch shy of 5 inches. And he's easily dwarfed by a lot of the other Juggernaut figures in my collection. He's even a bit small for some other 90s era X-Men figures that Toy Biz released only a few years later. And you better believe he's also smaller than the Marvel Legends Infinite series Wolverine. Haha, look at you, you're so cute. I got your cute right here. Ha ha ha. But you better believe he still gets the job done. Well, there you have it, Toy fans. That's my review of the X-Men Power Punch Juggernaut released by Toy Biz in 1993. Honestly, I went into this review expecting this figure to be a bit of a joke. And you know what? He kind of is, but only because we've had so many great toys released since then. There is a simple charm to this Juggernaut figure that I find incredibly infectious. He's really fun to just scoot around. His accessory's absolutely ridiculous, but it kinda works. If you've got a soft spot for retro figures, and you can find this guy for a good price, I say go ahead and pick him up. He's sure to bring a smile to your face. He certainly has mine. Well, thanks for watching this review, Toy fans. I hope you enjoyed it. And hey, let me know, what's your favorite retro X-Men figure? You can always keep up with me on Twitter and Instagram at D21Beast, and I'll see you guys next time. Ha ha ha!